Hello everyone, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. It's Tuesday, June 20th. I'm Batsir Namshir. Our top stories for News Mongolia. Government policy supports projects that add value to mining products. 44.2% of voters participated in the Bayankhongor Province by-elections. International Yoga Day 2023 celebrated in Sukhbaatar Square. For the news, stay tuned. In a bid to bolster Mongolia's mining sector and enhance its economic growth, the government has announced its support for projects that can add value to mining products. The Minister of Mongolia and Chief of the Cabinet Secretariat, Amr Baysagling, expressed the government's commitment to backing initiatives that contribute to the country's economic development and increase revenue from the mining industry.
One significant mining company at the forefront of this effort is Erden Tawntalgo Joint Stock Company, where Minister Amr Baysagling paid a working visit. Recognizing company's potential, the government established a special committee for Erden Tawntalgo in October of last year and appointed representatives to oversee its operations. The company's impressive financial performance demonstrates its ability to generate substantial income, with a total revenue of $1.1 billion in 2022. Since the appointment of the authorized representative, Erden Tawntalgo has continued to flourish. From January 1st to June 23rd, 2023, the company sold 11.5 million tons of coal, earning a sales income of $1.2 billion. These figures suggest that with proper management, Erden Tawntalgo can potentially earn the same amount of income in just 6 months. Aligning with the government's objective of increasing the price of coal and concentrating coal transportation revenue domestically, Minister Amr Baysagling emphasized the positive impact of coal trading via the Mongolian Stock Exchange. Specifically, in 20 trades, 1.2 million tons of coal were sold for $140.92 million, resulting in an approximate increase of $40 million in revenue. The trading prices of hard coking coal have ranged between $131.6 and $182.1 per ton. Moreover, energy and weak coking coal have also been successfully sold through e-commerce platforms without the need for conversion. To further enhance the mining sector, Erden Tawntalgo Joint Stock Company has undertaken 8 projects which were recently inspected by Minister Amr Baysagling. These projects include Borte Dry Beneficiation, Coal Beneficiation, a coal loading logistics center, the Tawntalgo Zumbai Railway, the Sukhbaatar Pipeline Project, and the Tawntalgo Power Plant. Construction is progressing according to schedule, and the coal concentrator is expected to be operational by 2024. The implementation of this project is poised to significantly increase coal exports and generate higher income for the country. It is estimated that the operational coal concentrator alone will enable Erden Tawntalgo to earn an additional $60 to $80. To earn an additional $60 to $80 per ton of sold coal. Minister Amr Baysagling emphasized that the government is committed to supporting projects implemented in collaboration with the private sector, ensuring the growth of both coal exports and the national economy. Amidst these developments, Mongolia has experienced a remarkable 6-fold increase in the physical volume of coal exports. Currently, around 1,000 trucks are transporting coal daily, resulting in approximately 230,000 tons of coal crossing the country's borders. Minister Amr Baysagling reassured that fluctuations in the number of buyers will not impact the physical volume of coal exported from Mongolia. However, discussions regarding coal will be organized in Parliament to address any concerns or worries. The physical volume of coal exports increased 6-fold. Exports are not at risk in any way. About 1,000 trucks transport coal every day, and as of today, the total amount of coal crossing the country's border is around 230,000 tons. Increases and decreases in the number of buyers will not affect the physical volume of coal exported from Mongolia. But a hearing regarding coal will be organized by Parliament. It should be asked there. The government is not involved in the coal case hearing. With the government's proactive support on the ongoing efforts of mining companies such as Erden Tawntalgo Joint Stock Company, Mongolia's mining sector is poised for significant growth. These endeavors not only promise to boost the country's economy but also contribute to the overall development and prosperity of the nation.
On June 18th, nationwide by-elections were held for the citizens' representative horals at the province capital, Som and district levels. 44.2% of voters participated in the Bayankhongor Province by-elections.
On June 18, nationwide by-elections were held for the citizens' representative horals at the province, capital, Som and district levels. According to the law on elections, by-elections are mandated to fill seats in parliament and local citizens' representative horals in the case of resignation, recall, or death. By-elections were conducted in Bayankhongor Province today. One seat was filled for the citizens' representative Horol of province by Bogtsan voters, and a separate election is scheduled to be held in citizens' representative meeting of Som. Voters from the 1st to 6th bag of Bogtsan will participate in voting citizens' representative Horol of province. Voters from the 2nd and 3rd bags have already completed voting citizens' representative meeting of Som. Voting to elect two representatives for the 2nd bags of Bayankhongor, Bayankhongor, and Jagsom's citizens' representative meeting of Som was successfully conducted in each of the respective Soms. According to the law governing the elections of province, capital, Som, and district citizens' representative meetings, this election is considered valid. Today, we finalized and consolidated our results, officially submitting them to the General Election Commission. The result of the recent by-elections held in the four Soms showed that out of total of 3,145 eligible voters, 1,399 individuals actively participated, resulting in a voter turnout of 44.2%.
The 9th International Day of Yoga was celebrated by the Embassy of India in collaboration with the Mongolian Yoga Federation and Yoga Centers of Mongolia at Sukhbaatar Square on Sunday. His Excellency Mr. MP Singh, Ambassador of India to Mongolia, along with public figure and about 350 to 400 yoga enthusiasts joined to mark this special occasion.
The event featured video screening of a special Yoga Day message from Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi and brief remarks by Ambassador Singh. The highlight of the Yoga Day 2023 celebrations were brilliant performance by Mongolian yoga teachers of Surya Namaskar, with modern horde providing the melodious musical backdrop, followed by aerobic yoga and use of hula hoops by children that attracted quiet applause from participants. Meditation sessions demonstrated the power of yoga to promote peace, calm, and tranquility, ways to conserve positive energy, and how to handle stress. Embassy of India over the last few years has trained about 40 yoga teachers under special fully funded Indian scholarship scheme, and over 50 yoga centers are currently promoting and popularizing different forms of yoga in Mongolia. Since 2019, 4 books on yoga were printed in Mongolian language, indicating its increasing popularity among all ages and groups.
You're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Now let's take a look at international news from our partner agencies. The United States and China have pledged to stabilize their badly deteriorated ties during a critical visit to Beijing by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who met Monday with Chinese President Xi Jinping.
It remains to be seen whether the two countries can resolve their most important disagreements, many of which have international financial security and stability implications. After meeting with Xi, Blinken said he stressed the importance of direct communication at senior levels, and both sides agree on the need to stabilize their relationship.
Over the past 2.5 years, the United States has taken a series of purposeful, strategic steps, both at home and abroad, to strengthen our country and our standing around the world. We've made historic investments in our infrastructure, technology, industrial capacity, competitiveness. We've deepened our engagement and alignment with allies and partners around the world in ways that would have been unimaginable a few years ago. That's the backdrop for the relationship between the United States and the People's Republic of China, one of the most consequential in the world. Both the United States and China have an obligation to manage this relationship responsibly. Doing so serves the best interests of the United States, of China, indeed, of the world.
French President Emmanuel Macron confirmed on Monday that France would continue to deliver equipment to Ukraine during a visit to an air show. Defense ministers and other representatives of about 20 European countries held a conference in Paris later Monday on how to better defend Europe's airspace, a long divisive issue that takes on new urgency because of Russia's war in Ukraine.
We continue to deliver equipment to Ukraine. I will be with the European defense ministers this evening, along with the French defense minister, to finalize our strategy. We will make important announcements on the Mamba surface-to-air defense missile system. I'll make more announcements in the coming days, and we continue intensifying our military equipment deliveries, training and help the Ukraine army with maintenance, as do all our allies and European partners. So we are by their side, always on the same line, in total support. I'll be careful about the counter-offensive advances because it is ongoing, and I think we must accept that it will take several weeks or even several months.
The talks will conclude anti-drone combat and ballistic missile defense, French organizers said, noting that Moscow's full-scale invasion of Ukraine has shown the importance and effectiveness of such equipment. Nuclear weapons deterrence also were on the agenda. With the help of Western weapons and growing experience, Ukraine's air defense systems have made great strides since the war started last year, saving infrastructure and lives and preventing Russia from achieving air superiority. The one-day meeting is taking place on the sidelines of the Paris Air Show, the world's largest event focusing on aviation and space industry that is opening Monday.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on Wednesday with more news and updates. Goodbye.